All right, Frank, take it away.
Here we go for another
All right.
edition. Oh, this is your show. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another dirty episode of Dirty 4 Podcast. I'm Claudio Capri. Victoria Blair, she's MIA. She has COVID and she's a vegan. Peter is coming soon, and Joy Laflamme has a comedy set. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with my good buddy or nemesis or whatever you want to call him.
We're friends, though.
I know. We have to spice it up, like this Wednesday's battle with Owen Hart's Foundation with the FTR. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Jofo. If you don't know who he is, you should really look into his Jofo in the Ring, which we do AEW Dynamite review, which is every Wednesday night, and we talk about AEW. We talk about how crappy or good that night is, and then Frank has an amazing guest. He's also with Jeremy Prophet and Kyle Morin from the Offbeat Comedy Show. But no, we have Frank tonight. People who are tuning in, say hello. How are you? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And speak of the devil, before we continue, we got Peter Bowen.
Yay!
Freaking
Claudio Capri.
Yeah, there we go. And I was just doing our intro as usual. We got a few people watching. So as I mentioned, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna have a fun night. Oh, and also its audio format's gonna be available on Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, everything but Apple Podcasts. So Frank, Peter, how you guys doing tonight?
Obrigado.
Everything's good with me, man. Everything's good. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah,
I see Claudio more than usual now, but Peter, it's great to see you.
Get that wrestling, man. Get that wrestling.
I know, man. I'm seeing Frank almost every week. I'm like, this is not normal.
Shit.
That's good. It's good. You know what? Honestly, in the end, we're talking about wrestling. We're having fun, So it's just there's no ill malice about that. So I'm happy to talk about wrestling any day of the week, every day, 24/7, no problem.
Exactly. Let's before we continue, Frank. For going to a show last night, you sound pretty good, man. Was there not enough blood and violence at the show last night? Was there?
I'm gonna say that I was supposed to go to the show. I ended up falling asleep. I had a late night Friday night, and I ended up taking a nap before the event, which I wanted to do to be fresh for the big event. But I ended up falling asleep, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to go. But I heard Jeremy Prophet did retain the tag team championships last night, which I'm very happy about. Another fan favorite of mine, Green Phantom, ended up retaining his Canadian title as well. There was some great matches too, which I saw. So I saw some pictures, and I don't know, the guy that took the pictures this event took the pictures last event, and there was a lot of pictures of myself and Claudio in the front row. I don't know if you guys checked it out. Check it out on Sébastien Jeté Photographs. Yeah. He does amazing photographs, and he has a couple of them of Claudio in the front row. They're screaming at the wrestlers there. It's amazing. But
actually, you know what? It reminds me. So remember, the last one we went to when Jeremy and Carl had their match with the Tabernacle team. Frank, you were so into it, but at one point. Like one of the team members looked at me and I told him to go fuck himself.
He gave me that face. I was telling Trax, I go, fuck. I go, last time I went, I was going, let's go, Jeremy. And there was a guy named, sit down, Jofo, it's enough out of you,
shit.
It's cool. Shit. That's another thing too. When I go, I'm not a fucking celebrity or anything, but I like to interact with people and everything. Yeah. And the interacting I do on social media, at least there's some people that who know me over there, so they come up to me and we shake hands, we talk wrestling, but it's cool, man. But to be that guy, like, hey, Jofo, shut the fuck up, like, sit down, I haven't felt that since the high school days when I had the Wrestling Federation. Everybody was busting my balls, and Bruno in the stands telling me to go F myself and that. So it's pretty cool. 22 years later, still getting heckled in the stands there. So it's pretty cool.
That's it. It's good. It's good. It's good. No, but before we continue, I remember again the last time we went, there was 2.0 known as a Jericho Appreciation Society versus Casanova, and then at one point I did the Matt Hardy delete, and then half the people started doing it, and then the guy who's playing the manager for Casanova looked at me, goes, "What the fuck, man?" And then I swear to God, for a second I turned to Bruno. But then all of a sudden, there's a guy standing next to Bruno, yelling at the manager. Guy playing the manager goes, "Yeah, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit." And the manager goes, "What the fuck is this guy?" Then that guy who is yelling at him gets into a fight with the security. He pushes the security guard. And I see 5 security guys just tackling that same guy who was starting shit.
If you have Fight Network on, I don't know if it's on cable or if you have to pay for it, but on my satellite package, I have it at 8:00 every Friday. IWS has a show. It's called Bloodstream or Blood. I think it's called Bloodstream. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Friday, and they show the events that they did before. So this Friday wasn't the event that we went to, but I'm pretty sure the one we went to is going to be on this Friday. And what I've watched before, I've seen myself on TV cheering and everything, going crazy like an idiot, like I usually do. So I'm sure we'll get to see Claudio in the front row going crazy. And one thing, honestly, I never thought I would do in my life, and probably never thought I would do in my life with Claudio, on top of that, is be able to sing along to Judas Jericho song in Montreal. Okay, unfortunately, it wasn't for Jericho, but it was for 2.0 that they're in the Jericho Appreciation Society. Yeah. But it was pretty cool to sing along to Judas in Montreal at a wrestling show. So it was pretty cool, man. So
I was hoping Jericho was gonna appear, but
hey, you know what? Just to hear the music that surprised me already. So just that was a surprise, but to see Jericho there, I didn't think that was going to happen, but I didn't even think we were going to hear the song. So that was
you never know
on our part. So.
Exactly.
You never know.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, before we continue, I want to ask, so when you guys, when you have your Jofo Jam, and you guys want to have a wrestling segment, are there going to be any weapons allowed in this sanction? Listen, that's to be thumbtacks. There's no thumbtack in it because we have to walk out. And I'm kidding. I was trying to.
This is the thing. When I had my event when I was in high school in the year 2000. No, it was year 2000. We didn't have a ring. It was in the school. So then a year later, we had our third event. We had an official ring. And the guy that rented it to me, he said, one thing, just don't bring any foreign objects or ladders or tables, anything in the ring so that you could rip the material on the ring. And don't do don't shed blood. If it happens accidentally, I can understand, but don't go out and have hardcore stuff in the ring. So a lot of the stuff we couldn't do. There was a couple of guys that did stuff outside the ring.
Yeah.
But what happened was our event, the guys that did that ended up coming back in the ring, bleeding in the ring, ripped a piece of the material in the ring. The guy at the end, I was all nervous. I'm like, fuck, I rented it. I'm going to tell you something right now. It was $500. I rented it, $500. No the security deposit, nothing.
Yeah.
He said if there was any damages, you have to pay for it. So I'm all nervous and everything. I'm like, oh my God. I wasn't making big money. I made a couple of bucks, but it wasn't like I was going on vacation after, But the guy goes, you know what? He goes, since it was your first event, you had a great event. I'm so happy for you and everything. I want to work with you. If you do another one, I'll do it. He goes, I won't charge you for it. I said, wow. Thank you
beautiful.
very much. Because there was blood. It was ripped. The guys went crazy. But just to say, that's a thing that if you do something like that, Claudio, maybe you won't be able to get the kids to come watch because the parents are going to get. True. So if a parent's going to come, you want the kid to come because the kid wants to come. So it's all about the marketing strategy, right? So if I want to bleed in the ring, it's not something I want to do right away. But
it's okay. We'll have Frank the Mobster, be part of the main event, and then he'll just spit on the. And what happened? Well, Frank the Mobster, he's crazy.
Hopefully if things go well, maybe like I said, we wanted to do it this summer. If things happen, if things fall into place, we might do it. If not, I could guarantee you this: next summer, Jofo Jam with the wrestling is 110% because that's been my dream. And like I said, I did this exact thing when I was 16 years old in a high school, charging 50 cents a ticket for people to come. So that's just cool. To say, now I know I could get a ring, I could get wrestlers that are on TV that everybody knows. Plus, you have the comedy aspect of it. Then you have the entertainment with the music. So it's like a festival kind of thing, right? So you can do it like a whole weekend kind of thing, maybe outside. You don't have to do it in an inside place. You could do it like an Oshiaga kind of thing. Maybe like at LaSalle Boulevard in LaSalle, like you rent off the space and everything. We'll see what happens. Maybe we could even close the street down and do it in the middle of the street. Who knows? We're gonna see. But there's people that are coming up to me to ask me to be involved. And these are the right people that I want to get involved with. So if things do happen next year, it will have this big event. And like I said, it's going to be wrestling, comedy. You guys are going to take care of the comedy. We have entertainment. We know people that do some great music out there too. That want to see some bands play and maybe some rappers freestyling and stuff. So the sky's the limit right now. So we're going to be patient, do it right, and we're going to have fun and get the word out there, So
exactly. That's what's important. Yeah. So all right, and now let's focus a bit on Peter, because Peter, you look
look like what? Look like what?
You know what, Peter? I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna kick your ass, Peter.
He looks like he does every week on Dirty 4 or whatever. What looks different about Peter? I don't know.
Peter looks like Peter.
Okay. That's a Claudio.
Peter he looks like Peter with 2 T's instead of with 1 T.
Oh shit!
Shit! I see. Man. Yo, so Peter, so what's this massive cleanup that you're doing?
Oh no, that's what I said. I was gonna jump in for a bit and then pass it. No, I got like these people at the apartment. I should have cleaned my stuff. I'm moving out, so they're kind of they gotta inspect the whole place, and then after that, the people have to come in, check it out. No, boring shit. But I kind of fucked up and I was like cleaning up my shit. I'm like, oh shit, I have broken beer bottles. I gotta clean this shit out.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. Why do you have broken beer bottles in your room? I'm
practicing wrestling. I'm practicing for the Jofo Jam.
Things happen, Claudio. You get pissed off at Claudio busting his balls to come on the show and smashes his head against the wall. And
actually, a funny story. Obviously, when I was younger and I was my body was more athletic. I used to pretend like I was like Jeff Hardy. I didn't break my bed, but I almost cracked my skull open. Because I tried doing a backflip and then
Jeff Hardy.
Yes, and then I didn't break the bed, but because of my impact, I jumped off the bed and I fell face first into into my door of where I keep my shirts and stuff. It was really dangerous.
I can picture your dad being your dad being like, did you fuck a girl? It's like, no, I was pretending to be Jeff Hardy. Oh, fuck this guy.
Literally.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everybody you banged the broad. That's what I'm gonna
There we go. You know what? On here on live, here on live got the truth. No, but actually, funny story was because my dad walks in, goes, "The fuck you doing?" I'm like, and then I did the Jeff Hardy sign, and he goes, and my dad just closes the door, and I'm like, yeah. And I tried to be cool, but I had a gigantic scar on my head, on my forehead, and I'm like, shit, man.
That's a Claudio move, man.
But Peter,
classic Claudio move.
It is. Peter, we should try that. No, together. No,
I don't want to be breaking beds with you, bro. That's just weird.
No, not the breaking bed. I'm saying jumping off like a furniture. And then try not to smash our faces.
Dude, I haven't done that since I was I haven't done that since high school, man.
That's okay. Frank does it every week. With him and Bruno, they fight. And then, Frank tries to be Frank Hardy. And
speaking of Frank, how's your leg, man? How's your knee, man?
Yeah, seriously.
It's good, man. Everything's good. I'm going to be going back to work soon. I'm counting down the days until they give me the okay. And
hold on, Frank. Can you
should be in a couple of weeks.
Frank, you just tell me what knee it is again? So
why?
Listen,
the right knee. Okay. Just in case he wants to sabotage me one day. And
right knee. Okay.
Right.
And your right
meniscus,
knee. Okay.
Meniscus tear.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the okay.
A touch of mental retardation as well
There he
on the
is.
left knee. On the left
Let's
knee,
see.
no,
The
So,
autism,
just the right knee, just
so,
the right
so,
knee.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
autism
say,
involved.
Peter and I were to come out of nowhere with us folding chairs, and
yeah.
one of us smashes you in the right knee. Will you be injured after that?
Well, the
That's.
most important thing is if you do that. Let's say you'd have to come on the boat and do that to me. So at least if I get hurt, I got CSST. Because then
Is that-
if I sit on my ass and I don't get paid and you injured me, there's gonna be a problem.
Oh
so,
shit!
so what you want to
I'm
say
gonna
is,
Mania.
have to send tracks after you after,
Flop.
or maybe Guido Grasso.
oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, Guido
It's okay. Guido's gonna be
Grasso.
tired by the time he gets up those stairs.
Okay, wait a minute. Actually, that's what I wanted to ask you, Claudio. So Guido Cocomello and Guido Grasso are two different guys, right? Or
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
guys? Oh, okay. the same
Guido
ones.
Cocomello, Claudio.
Yeah, but hold on. Before to get to you, Frank, Peter, where you been all this time? They're like two different people.
I thought it was like that he had different aliases. I don't know. I don't know who this guy. I don't
No
remember. I don't know.
one, no one's short and semi-fat, and the other one's skinny.
No, because you told me like, oh yeah, Guido's gonna be there. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look, I'm like, who the fuck's this guy? And I
Wait, you
looked
were
up,
world's smallest open mic. Of course, he was there.
Too many
Yeah, but I
Guidos
didn't-
around.
I never met. So I never met Cocomello. I met the other guy. So I was like, I
Oh,
was
the
expecting the
space
other
cadet.
guy.
No, sorry, I meant Guido Grass. Yeah, I don't. I call him space cadet sometimes. Is he
I
gonna
used
watch
to-
this? I don't know.
I've had coffees with I've well I don't know him personally, but if like a high and buy kind of situation where because he used to go to the bar I used to go to in Villamart, AJ's.
Oh shit.
Which one,
Guido.
Cocomello or
Cuocamello,
okay.
yeah, not Guido Grasso.
Okay,
Guido
because
Grasso.
Guido Grasso, $1,000, $2,000 now. He's Mr. 2000 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
fuck, if it was up to me, I'd charge him $1,000 for the coffee if he came to the bar.
Yeah. No, I saw him. Yeah, I saw him. Like I did. I was performing, and then like I went up, and then I think I was like crowd working, and then I realized I'm like, no, this guy's a comedian. So I'm like, you a comedian? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, all right, we're not gonna do this. Like,
Hey
so
Pete, I saw that you did a show with Pantelis and those guys there, right?
yeah, that was fun. Yeah, it was. I did one at Deli Planet. That's like Sid's like paid show. So I was like,
Okay.
well, sorry, I should say paid show, weekend shows, whatever.
Cool.
But it was cool, man. I was like I did a couple with him. Like the first time I did it, like I think after the third lockdown, I bombed. Like I was so rusty, but like they put me on thinking I'm like okay, but then whatever. Anyway, but like this one, it was actually cool to like actually kill it in front of him, and then he's like, "Yo, Peter, come here! What the fuck, man? Yo,
That's
you
cool,
killed
man. That's
I was
fucking cool, man. The first time I saw Pantelis, I think it was with you, Claudio. Remember when you, me, and Armando went to a show?
yes. I remember. It's coming back
Yeah.
to me. I know we saw him at the
At,
Communist. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, at the
Yeah,
Communist,
no, but no, it's a fun. No, honestly, Pantelis is fun. Like he's like,
No, but Patel's a monster on stage, man.
Yeah, he's always fun to
He's a
work
monster.
with. You know,
Yeah.
I remember this one time we did a show. I forgot where we did the show. It's not the Nest or it wasn't one of Sid's shows. And then Pantelis comes up to me. We're talking right because he comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, those people who hate you? Yeah, well, fuck them." I'm like, "Jeez, all right, not even a hey, how are you?" It's like, I'm like, all right, okay, so I see where this is going. I mean, no,
Yeah,
Pantelis
fuck.
is-
You know many people tell me people that watch their shows there's more haters than fucking people that
Yeah,
actually like
it's
their
true.
show.
It's true.
And then they go on Twitter and fucking bash them. But it's like, okay, if I'm watching that, I'm like, well, I know that guy. You're bashing him. Let me go see. It's all a chain reaction, right? So
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
maybe
absolutely.
sometimes haters are good for you. Sometimes. So.
No,
Yeah,
the haters are the best because like
Yeah.
that's free promotion. So these guys
Yeah.
are like, oh, fuck this guy, and then they're like, well, who is this guy? And then they just
They're
check
like
him out.
they're like the best bad guys in wrestling kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
Exactly,
Makes
exactly.
you want to watch, right? The bad
Yeah.
guys, you want to see them lose. That's why you watch. You want to see the good guy prevail. And
Yeah, unless you're Jade Cargill, which is there's like no stopping that girl. Anyways,
I don't know.
that's
You know what? Like lately,
I don't even know. Who that
lately,
is.
I stumbled upon. I'm friends with the guy that has a site on YouTube, and he has a Twitter handle. It's called AEW Botches, and he does all the botches from AEW. Basically, it's like, and Jade Cargill just did one on Friday. She smashed. She power bombed the Marina Shafir into the table. You see Marina Shafir's head smash into the table before she actually hit the table.
Oh,
And
fuck.
but that's like, yeah, and that's not the first time Jade Cargill's done that, you know. And it's I know there's like a lot of people say like, oh, AEW, it's only AEW has botches. WWE has botches too.
Oh, yeah,
pure
for
botches. Pure
But
botches.
it seems that AEW, like, it's like, I don't know if it's the camera guy, like they're not switching the camera fast enough, or but in the end, a lot of these wrestlers are not TV ready to be on TV. So that's why, and then now it makes sense that why are they getting all these WWE people to come on and be an AEW? Because these WWE wrestlers have been on TV. They understand what it takes to be on TV, and maybe you don't have to always do a tope suicida or a 360 flip onto the outside onto a coffin, or you know what I mean. You don't have to do that every fucking week.
Every night,
AEW does that, and if you play the numbers, if you do it 10 times, you're not going to get 10 out of 10 every time, right? You're going to fuck up maybe once, twice, 3 times. Some people do, they screw up 9 out of 10 times. Why are these people still on TV? Boggles the mind, but you know what I mean? It's not my company. I if it was my company, I would say something, but Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, you're right. It's just, like Peter, I know you don't follow AEW much, but like if you saw the half the bullshittery this past week, like I thought Wednesday night was bad, but man, Friday night just annoyed the fuck out of me.
You know what it is now? It's like the more I think that the more you're watching it now, it's like, it sucks to say you were probably a fan. Like let's say Peter subliminally is a fan of AEW. Yeah, AEW. Then you start watching it, like Claudio's been watching it now because he's been doing the reviews with us. Yeah. And it's like, whoa, like what the hell is going on here? Like, as much as I don't like WWE, at least WWE is not as sloppy as AEW is. Yeah. So it kind of sucks in a way, but I don't know. It's just
I haven't watched too much of it, but it's funny because I watch like let's say like you guys and there's other people, friends I know that are actually watching it, and I'll watch their reactions, and it'd be like, like a week before, they'd be like, no, fuck WWE, I want to touch it, fuck that, like completely. Then next week they'd be like, yo, dude, I'm watching, last week's Raw was nice, and I'm like, what the fuck, like what happened? Then I'm like, oh, something happened to AEW that's switching back, like something must have. So then I'm like, okay, then I'll tune in a little bit here and there, and I'm like, okay,
you know what it is? It's a never-ending story, Peter, because in the end, you could stop watching for a year, get back into it, and it's like you never left.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like the same shit. Yeah, same.
Crazy.
Which is like kind of like
it's like a soap opera.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
But it's like it being predictable kind of makes it easy on everybody. So at least you're never lost in the story. But it sucks at the same time because like, okay, I know where it's going, so I can just
know where it's going.
Yeah,
but it needs a little something, just a little switch up or something. Or
you need that hook. You want something to hook you in to say, you know what? Let me waste 2 hours of my night to watch this show because of something that's going to happen that's gonna make you happy, and it's going to make you want to watch if it's good or bad. Like I said, like I the transition for me. I used to love the good guys back in the day. I was all big Hulk Hogan guy, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. Yeah. Now it's like I love the bad guys now. I love to see what the bad guy is going to do to the good guy, which is the complete opposite of how I was before. So,
but
our generation is they're a dying breed because this new generation that's coming in, they think they know everything. But we grew up in the Attitude Era. We saw it all. Like nothing's going to impress us anymore now. But these guys, they didn't see Stone Cold Steve Austin come in and go face to face with Mike Tyson, or come in with a milk truck or beer truck and
spray everybody,
Vince McMahon taking stunner after stunner from Stone Cold. They didn't see that. The only thing they saw was Vince McMahon get the worst Stone Cold stunner in the history of WWE. That's what they saw. That's all they know. It's like, well, he took about 350,000 stunners before that. Nobody talked about it, but you know what it is. But I think generation.
Yes, our generation. I think I heard they planned that to make it the worst one. Like they planned it to be like.
Well, if they planned it, that was the greatest fucking execution of a bad stunner I've ever seen in my life. But that's the thing with Vince McMahon. It's like Vince McMahon's on screen. Now something's going to happen. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. So they're going to be talking about that for the rest of the time. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like that's the genius behind it, right? It's making a moment, making a WrestleMania moment. That's what they call it. WrestleMania moment that you're going to talk about for the rest of time. Tell me something that happened on AEW this week But I'll tell you something that happened at a WrestleMania because it was such a significant moment. That's what AEW sometimes lacks, making that moment for me to say, "Hey, you remember when? No, AEW has. You remember when they did this botch? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's the thing with AEW where I'm like, they need like a WrestleMania. Like at least when WCW was there, I was like, I knew Starrcade was big, Halloween Havoc was big. Like I knew they had certain events. It wasn't as big as WrestleMania, but it was like, okay, I know like they're gearing up for this. And WrestleMania, you know, everybody's gearing up for it. But like AEW since it's new was like, I don't know what their main like what's their WrestleMania.
Their well, because look, they have 4 pay-per-views, which is good because it doesn't like every month there's a pay-per-view for WWE. So sometimes it gets like sometimes it's like, okay, now there's WrestleMania. The next event, it's called WrestleMania Backlash. Yeah, and Backlash. There's maybe 4 or 5 matches that were on the WrestleMania card. So if you didn't watch WrestleMania, there you go, right? Like it's
do it again. Yeah. No, Backlash was. Do they call it WrestleMania Backlash now, or is it just Backlash?
They call it WrestleMania Backlash now.
That's garbage. That's
it's you know what it is. But it's to the point where they could call it PP Caca Backlash, and people still watch. That's the whole thing. That's what people understand. It's business. It's marketing. It doesn't matter. I could be the next. I could be in like anybody could be in that position of any wrestler. They're still gonna watch. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's why you don't have to go crazy every week on AEW doing skeet and scat and all this stupidity that like Shawn Michaels used to finish a match with the sweet chin music. Now you see that move fucking 10 times in a match,
which is crazy.
There's 4 matches. Everyone's doing it. It doesn't. It takes away from the aura of that move, right?
Yeah. But that was my kind of like my gripe. That was one of the gripes, like starting up, like obviously like I was the Attitude Era, but then later on, I noticed people were doing finishers a lot, like a lot, and like back in the day, I remember people being like, "Oh shit, you see Bret Hart sharpshooter?" I'm like, I've never seen it live, and I had to wait till a pay-per-view to see that sharpshooter, and sometimes it wouldn't happen. You just cradle and do a pin. Then you're like, oh fuck, now I have to wait for the next pay-per-view to see the fucking sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Where now, like I remember, like even when Triple H was around, I would see the pedigree like 20 times a fucking match, and I'm like, well,
but you go, because if you don't see it on free TV and you want to see it, what do you have to do? You have to pay for the pay-per-view, and there you go, right?
That's what you get. Like sweet chin music. I never seen it till like pay-per-view. Like, obviously,
the young bucks do it like on a daily basis. Basically, it's their thing. Like,
that's basically.
That's crazy. And plus, I know like they have to worry about injuries, so they can't do certain high flying moves anymore. They can't.
Of course, the guys on AEW are they're taping AEW Dynamite. Yeah. And then that same day they tape AEW Rampage. So that's one day. And then I think another day they tape Elevation and Dark. So they only work maybe once, twice a week. That's
crazy.
It. Dynamite's live. Yeah. And Rampage is not live. Rampage is taped. So basically Thursday morning you could see what happens on the Rampage.
Really?
Because people are there, they spoil it for people. So you see the spoilers and you see it.
What? No way.
That's what it is, man.
I thought Rampage was live.
Claudio, you have to
live.
What are you ruining, man?
It's live, man.
Fuck, I'm an idiot.
Man, I thought it was waiting for the updates, and it's like everybody.
Yeah, no, that's right. No, because on Friday morning, a colleague of mine is like, hey, yeah. He comes out. Hey, you know that fight between Adam Cole and him? I'm like, yeah, Adam Cole wins. Like, oh, you motherfucker. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen because God forbid if he loses 3 times in a row. But I'm like, and then I'm watching this and I'm like, motherfucker, my friend's right. And I'm like, here I am, and I'm like, man,
back in the day when WCW and WWE were going head to head in the Monday Night Wars, Eric Bischoff, WWE Raw wasn't live. They used to say it was live, but it wasn't. So it was pre-taped. So then people that were on Raw, that were friends with people in WCW, used to tell them what happened. And significantly, what happened that night on Monday Night Raw is that Mick Foley ended up winning the world title against The Rock. Yeah. Stone Cold came, helped him out. Vince McMahon was on the outside. It was a whole brouhaha. Eric Bischoff on Monday night on WCW Nitro said, hey, if you want to go see Mick Foley win the world title, changed the
Oh
channel, and
shit!
that's when they were winning in the ratings. They were destroying WWE. People switched over, watched it because they wanted to see Mick Foley win the title. They didn't know, maybe
Oh,
I'm not gonna watch it because I don't know, because maybe they're like, oh, he's not gonna win. But
no
now
shit.
you're telling me he's gonna win before he actually wins, because back then there wasn't
No
like
internet.
now, like
Yeah.
there was no internet. There wasn't like, oh, let me go see what happened. Like after, like sometimes I check it out to see if the match is worth watching on Friday night. So I see
Yeah.
who wins and who loses, but you couldn't do that. So they told us what happened.
Yeah.
The ratings flipped. After that,
Hey,
WCW
Earl
went downhill
Cole.
after.
Yeah.
What's
How
going
are
on, Earl Cole?
Yeah, I just want to take a moment. Hey, Errol Cole, how are you?
How you doing?
Hope you're doing well, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't checked out Earl Cole's YouTube page, I highly recommend you do it.
The wrestling experience.
Hey, girl, Frank's
Hey.
been on there quite a few times, and I saw a couple of episodes of Earl Cole. I like his opinions about
Hey, you know what, Earl Cole? I think it's time you get Claudio Capri on your show.
Exactly. Get
Hey.
me, and then I'll shit on Jade Cargill for like 30 minutes. Oh man, I'm so pissed. Anyways, that's just wrestling. You know what? They're millionaires, and we're here playing. Guys, I need quarters because the boxes are expensive today. But
Okay.
yeah.
Shit, you need
What a- what a
quarters?
Don't think I'm gonna start paying you on Wednesdays now.
Hey,
Oh,
no,
shit.
I know, I'm kidding. But thanks.
I'll buy you a couple of drinks. No problem.
Nah, it's fine. No. I'm just saying because because Friday night, like I thought Wednesday night pissed me off, but Friday night pissed me off even more.
Well, you know what? It's the whole thing now with AEW now. I can see what they're doing. They're cherry, because right now, to the point where they have to always renegotiate every 3-4 years for their TV deal on TNT if that's where they want to stay. WWE doesn't have to do anything. People are asking them to come on their network, so the demand is there. Maybe the demand isn't there for AEW, so that's why they're bringing in Impact Wrestling, they're bringing in Ring of Honor, they're bringing in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that big event they're gonna have with New Japan Pro Wrestling versus AEW is gonna be a killer one.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be some. It's all about dream matches in the end. It's all matches that people have never seen, but I like that. But then, like, continue it, or maybe go towards that. Like, don't just say, okay, this guy is going to fight. Nothing happens until they fight. I don't like that. I want to be.
Crazy, yeah.
I'm still in that story mode line that I want to get like hooked in, because this guy is pissing this guy off, and maybe he's going to help him, and who's going to come down and you know what I mean, interfere. Like, there's nothing like that. Like, there is like that in AEW. I understand, but sometimes they just do it just to have that match and make people happy for that moment. WWE does things, they piss you off now, but eventually it goes into a storyline that it culminates into something that you're like, oh wow, you know what? I was happy. I was happy to stick around for 3 months or 2 months in this storyline to see how it unfolded, and it went my way. Maybe sometimes it didn't go my way, but at least there's some kind of story. It's not like, hey, why is Claudio fighting with Frank? Nobody knows. And then 3 months later they have a match, and then you don't hear anything about it. But what happened here? Like,
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I came out of nowhere with a folding chair and smashed him both the knees, and then after that, you cried, and then I took the belt and ran away. So there we go. Pain.
I was laughing to myself yesterday, or was it yesterday or today, when you put that message on Twitter there? You did that tweet to Tony Khan.
Yes.
I go, this guy called Tony Khan out, and he's like, oh, maybe. I go, it's not gonna happen. I go, but imagine if Tony Khan comes back.
I really
who is this guy? Like,
honestly, okay,
you never know, man.
Okay, hear me out.
Hear me
out. Okay, hear me out. This is how I want the storyline to go. Okay, Tony Khan, if you're listening to this, so basically, you know how Tony's all energetic, and he makes a story about him being like the all-time I'm Mr. Big Shot of the network, but then I am a story about a fucking loser who comes out of nowhere, right? And then I keep roasting Mr. Khan. At one point, I go, hey Tony, so you own Ring of Honor, you own NJPW. What's gonna be next? You're gonna be owning Disneyland,
No, he doesn't own New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I know. I'm just saying that because I'm an idiot. And then, and then,
Yeah, yeah.
and then, and then,
You
and
said it.
then,
I mean,
and then Tony's like, I got a network. I'm like, yeah, well, what's gonna be that, and then I'm gonna be like, basically, yeah, you know what, Tony, you might be someone, the only thing you cannot own, Tony, is your soul, because I have my soul.
ooh.
And then, him and I do like these little cheap fights, and there we go. So that could be like a storyline, but obviously I don't know how to fight. He doesn't know how to fight, and then that's gonna be like a story from there, and then. It's gonna go on to Hook and Danhausen, right? So
Hook
I
and
beat the living
Danhausen.
I beat the living shit out of Hook, and then I fight Danhausen, and then I become the new Danhausen. The second.
There's a guy that wrote this on Twitter a couple days ago. He goes,
Uh-huh.
the build up for Hook and Danhausen is bigger than the last 10 WrestleMania main events combined.
Oh shit, is that bad?
Oh shit! Yeah.
No,
bad.
but it's just no. But think of it. Like you're telling me that people are more excited for Hook and Danhausen
I am.
than the
I am.
last 10 WrestleMania main events.
Honestly,
Where the fuck are you? Where is this guy coming from?
Honestly,
Where are you coming
listen,
from?
listen,
You're more
listen.
excited about a 120-pound wet guy Hook, and then
Damn.
a guy that face paints that could probably. I'm going to tell you something right now. Danhausen, I can't wait because Danhausen, when he wrestles, I can't wait for people to see this guy wrestle. This guy he's not the best wrestler.
He is
He's
amazing.
more in the entertainment. He's amazing.
He's amazing. Okay, because you know why? He's gonna go in
Oh
there.
shit,
with layers
Frank's all
of-
like, nah, I ain't trying to hear
He's
none
going.
of this.
He's because Danhausen is gonna go in there with lays of chips, and Danhausen is gonna say, "Your lays a hand on me," and then after he's gonna get his shit knocked out. It is going to be the best entertainment. I hope Danhausen loses, or I hope like Jeff Hardy comes out of nowhere. And just
Obviously,
smashes him.
Danhausen's going to lose. You think they're going to make Hook lose to Danhausen? I want to see Hook face Powerhouse Hobbs. I want to see him face fucking
That's never
Brian
gonna.
Cage.
That's not gonna happen yet
So
because
don't tell me that fucking Hook is the fucking like toughest fucking guy and the best guy in AEW. I'm not saying you. I'm saying the general public.
Yeah.
What the
No.
fuck has this guy done? You know what I mean? I'm not a
He's
fucking-
done the. He fought.
I'm good at the fucking fist fights, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Send Hook, send them over here. Yeah, I'll put up my address on the fucking thing, and that's it. This is fucking ridiculous.
But
It's
you know what?
ridiculous. Fuck,
Well, he
120
fought,
pounds wet. I'm gonna supposed to be afraid of this guy.
Wait,
on.
he fought. He fought. No. He fought two good
Oh,
people.
Serpentico, Fuego del Sol,
There we go.
I'll
And
get
he
the
fought.
fuck outta here.
Didn't he fight? Oh my God.
QT Marshall. He fought.
Yes. He fought QT Marshall. That was. You know what? You know what? That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing for QT Marshall.
Why, Claudia?
I'm like.
I'm glad it's wrestling because in the end, if it was a real fight, the guy wouldn't even be in the
Oh
ring.
yeah,
You
for
think-
sure, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? In the end, I want Danhausen and Hook to be the next Double or Nothing main event. I want them to be the highlighter because it's going to be. Oh, and even better,
Hooks, every match Hook has is the same fucking moves. It's a carbon copy. Every match
Yeah.
is the same thing. The only thing you have to do is take the opponent out, put the new opponent in, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
I-
Come on, and it's gonna last 2 minutes. That's what's gonna be the best.
Exactly. There, you
best-
just proved my point. Why am I going
Exactly.
to waste fucking? Man.
Yeah. It's like
You
Eric
have
Bischoff.
You
It's
have
like Eric
people that are
Bischoff versus
fucking
Vance.
more demanding. More like I'd rather see fucking people that are not on TV than fucking have that hook there. That's not, and especially in our era right now, it's all about believability.
Mm.
I'm gonna fucking look at this guy and believe that this guy's gonna kick my ass.
You know what? Peter
Come
and I could
If
take
he
down
can't
Hook.
kick my ass, why is he fighting these people? Why? So you might as well just put me in there.
Yeah, exactly. At this point,
I
at
can't
this point,
wait till Jeremy Prophet has to be in AEW soon. I can't wait. The stars are going to be aligned soon.
no, watch.
This whole Lift
I'm calling
Academy
it.
thing and everything.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I'm calling it now. He's going to be in AEW Dark. They're not going to give him TV time. I have a feeling. That's going to happen because, by the way, speaking of that, Jeff Hardy now is in AEW Dark. He was in there for like one episode, but it was the best thing of my life that I saw. But anyways, Peter.
Well, how'd you see it? How'd you see it then?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 48 minutes. You see, that's actually really good because there's no bullshit. It just goes, bro, I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna take you down to they both go there with folding chairs and whip it at each other, and those are matches. You know.
Hey,
So Peter, you
It's
and I
on
could be on
YouTube.
AEW. Yeah, you and I could be on
not
AEW
even
Dark.
close. Not even
Okay,
close. I'm not
like
even
not even.
athletic for that.
Actually, no. We don't have to be athletic. All we have to do is find objects around us and just try to whip it at each other.
God damn.
And then we're both gonna be like out of breath. You know, we're both gonna be out of breath. Frank is gonna come out of nowhere. He's gonna
Yeah.
probably just push us. Push us hard on the ring. 1, 2, 3, and then he wins. And then there we go. I'm telling you now, that is gonna be the highlight of the night. Followed by Danhausen versus Hook.
Hey.
Because,
So,
Danhausen. Oh my
all right.
god.
Oh shoot. Anyway, guys, I gotta bounce out. Frank, when can I see you again though? Before
yeah, Frank.
Wait, on YouTube or?
I know.
Or just come
Well,
over
you know
here.
what? I was thinking of coming to one of your shows there, and right before I leave for the boat, so I'll let
Okay.
you guys know.
All right.
I'll let
cool.
you
yeah,
guys
okay,
know
yeah,
for sure, 100%.
for sure.
All
Or
right.
if
All
you-
right.
yeah,
I'll
if you're
make
free-
sure. I'll make sure I come see you guys before I leave. 100%.
Okay. Well, no, Peter. I know Peter's gonna go. It's still gonna be me and you, Frank. We're gonna talk more shit about
Yeah.
Jane.
Ah,
All right. All right, Peter.
Peace.
Peter. I'm gonna see you on Wednesday.
Wednesday
don't
it
go,
is.
Peter. Please don't go, Peter.
Please, I'm sorry. Oh man, it's fucking. I hate moving.
Ciao, Pete.
man.
Have a good
I hate
one. Have a
moving.
good
All right,
one.
peace.
All right,
All
later.
right, good luck.
Peace. All right. Hey, so that was Peter. You could catch him Wednesday with me on Melrose if you're in Montreal. Gapes was like Jofo barbecue. You listen, Gapes, our barbecue is gonna be wild because one of us is purchasing fireworks. So that's
Oh,
gonna
wow.
be something. That's gonna be something. Yeah, no. So oh man, I had like a list of questions here that I was gonna go by, but screw that. We're gonna go with the flow. So yeah, no. So how was by the way? So how was Impact Wrestling last night,
I
Frank?
just got a message from Earl Cole. He told me to tell you to contact him, so he's probably gonna ask you to go on a show.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah, maybe we could both be on the show at the same time,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if I'm busy that day, maybe just call you come. But I told Earl that once
Thank you.
I'm not busy, I'll be on the show again. But yeah, he wants you to contact him
Thank
to
you.
be on the
Thank
show
you.
too. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's a
Do you
fun
want me?
time on the wrestling experience.
Yeah. Earl, you want me to contact you by Twitter? You know what? I'll contact you. But now, now I'm with
Message
Frank.
message him on Facebook, and you guys can figure that out.
All right, cool. Jofo's like this podcast has got a whole lot wider. Wow, Jofo. Anyways, so Frank, yeah, no. So going back to Impact, how was it? Was it better than this past week's AEW Dynamite and Rampage?
100%. It was the pay-per-view tonight. I think there was like kind of like the WrestleMania pay-per-view,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
Rebellion.
Okay.
They had a lot of Canadians wrestle in the big matches. They
Okay.
had Taya Valkyrie that
Okay.
faced Deonna Purrazzo for the AAA Rena's championship, the women's championship for AAA. She ended up beating Deonna Purrazzo, so she's a champion, Canadian.
Interesting.
Another Canadian that was in a title match was Speedball Mike Bailey against Trey Miguel and Ace Austin for the X Division title, which was probably the best X Division match, probably the best triple threat match in Impact that I have ever seen. Like truthfully, Speedball Mike Bailey didn't win, unfortunately. Ace Austin won. He pinned Trey Miguel. And so he was in that match, and then there was Josh Alexander, who's Canadian as well, in the main event against Moose for the Impact World Championship, and Josh Alexander ended up winning.
Hold on, Moose. Does he have like is this gimmick a moose?
No. I would if he was in the room, I wouldn't laugh at the guy because he probably could kick both our asses at the same time. So
That's okay. Hook is gonna defend us, so it'll be
Hook
fine.
is going to defend us.
Exactly. Hook,
maybe you, but he's not going to defend me. I'll tell you,
folks. If you want to see Frank pissed off, all you got to do is talk to him about how great Hook is. How great that this match of Danhauser versus Hook is going to be. It will put all the other wrestlers to shame, and I will be there laughing at this event. I hope this is going to be a pay-per-view event because we're going to be like, we're spending. I mean, I'm not going to spend money on this because
it's probably going to be on the pre-show, that match.
No, it's not going to be on the pre-show. No. Are you telling me?
It's going to be the main event.
Yeah. Are you telling me? They're going to be like a pre-show, just like House of Black was a pre-show? No, come on.
I don't know.
It's embarrassing.
I mean, what I want is for Miro to come back, Rusev, to come back and
Yeah,
start smashing some heads over there because he's probably the only
yeah.
believable wrestler in the AEW right now, regardless if he's from WWE or not. But
You don't find any other wrestlers believable in AEW?
there's a couple like, but they don't give them the time of the day.
Oh
Like
no,
Brian
they
Cage
don't. They
looks like
don't.
a fucking beast.
Yeah,
Powerhouse
Lance
Hobbs like a
Archer.
beast.
Yeah,
I really love Scorpio Sky lately. Ethan Page,
yeah, yeah,
Dan
yeah,
Lambert as their manager on the mic.
yeah,
Ricky
yeah.
Starks I really like too. It's guys that could fucking like make me want to watch and not get bored. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah. Honestly, what I want to, and we've been talking about this on AEW Dynamite Review, which is on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. on Jofo In The Ring channel. I want to see more of Mox. That's what I want to see more of Mox because and not like honestly,
I hope he screws Daniel Bryan over or something, and they have like he can't be in that
no, he
tag team
can't.
like
He can't.
that
He can't.
Blackpool thing there.
I don't picture
Get
him.
him
I don't
out,
picture.
fuck.
I don't picture him being in a team. Like when you like for me, like now that's what like. And then I said this before, like when I saw
Lazy booking.
exactly.
Lazy
Not
booking.
only yes that, and when I first saw Mox on AEW because I saw a little bit of him when he was John Moxley 1.0 on WWE.
Dean
Like
Ambrose,
yeah. Yeah, which was in the movie, which I will
the
never.
lunatic fringe.
Yeah, back then when WWE used to make movies too. Oh God,
The Marine was he? Well, no, was he one of the
no,
Marines? The Marine
12.
movies?
It was in 13 rounds, 12
Yeah, something
rounds,
like that.
three.
Yeah,
Oh my God, it was bad. But point of the matter being is
I'll
like,
take your word for it.
yeah, no, you should watch it, and then you should be like, thank God, I'd rather watch Hook for 5 hours
Yeah,
straight
but
than
you know
watch
what? In
this
the end,
movie.
if they look, Claudio, WWE schedule, like they're like on the road 6 days out of the week sometimes.
Yeah.
If they tell you you're gonna go do a movie for WWE, you're getting
Oh,
paid by
absolutely.
WWE still. You're
Yeah.
getting paid to do the movie, and you're not on the road 6 out of 7 days. You could go home, you're doing your movie, and that's it, right? So that's
Yeah.
like a kind of a break for them
Yeah.
to do.
What?
And what you're gonna say no to making
Yeah.
$250,000 to make a movie that went straight to
Exactly.
DVD? Sign me
Exactly.
up, please.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, say whatever you want. I've been having this discussion with some people, and I actually like WWE's booking. Like, yeah, people shit on WWE, but I
Yeah.
enjoy their bookings way more than AEW. And AEW, I like. I just like it because it's something new. But if Tony Khan could,
But that's the thing, right? It's the
mm,
new kid on the block. Everybody wants to see it. Everybody wants to analyze it.
exactly,
Everybody wants to see what
exactly.
it's all about. They know what
Hmm.
WWE is all about.
Yeah,
Maybe they're gonna watch WWE, and maybe they won't even watch WWE anymore because of AEW. So then at one point it's like, wow, AEW is becoming like a consistent like show that like it's okay. What's going on here? Why am I wasting my time? Let me go back to WWE and
what?
watch WWE now.
Yeah,
So
what?
but that's
Yeah,
good. It's good for both companies because it's
yes.
not. It doesn't. A lot of people say it creates competition. Yes, it does, but it creates a drive in people to say, hey, maybe I have to do a little bit better than I am doing now because
Yeah.
maybe people are going to turn the channel, and I don't want to be the reason people turn the channel.
You're right. You're right. But for me, like again, because I'm looking at this as an entertainment point of view, as a cinematic point of view. Ever since we saw that promo for when CM Punk got his forehead slashed open, and then you brought up and then I honestly I use that example you said to people about booking. Let's say you're with your girlfriend and you're flipping through the channels and you're seeing at
Yeah,
8:30 at night, you're seeing someone covered in blood.
yeah.
You're like,
Are you gonna
what the
watch it?
fuck?
No.
Exactly. But if it's at 10 p.m., if it's like at 9:45, 10 p.m., hell yeah. I
Or no,
definitely
but
will.
maybe you're with your friends or something. Maybe it all depends, right? You're
Yeah.
with a certain amount of people, a group
Yeah.
of guys. I see this, yeah. That's how
Yeah.
it was back in the day for Monday Night
Yeah.
Raw.
Exactly.
It was the era.
Exactly.
It was the era of Jerry
Mhm,
Springer. It was
mhm,
the era
mhm,
of fucking.
mhm, mhm.
Like you used to say piss shit dick and fucking like
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
this
Oh
stuff
yeah. You
back in the
can. You
day.
can. You can. Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
the biggest thing on AEW now is if oh wow that guy's cool because he said bitch or he gave the middle finger to the camera. Ooh, he's cool. Okay, like
Ooh,
big
okay.
deal. Stone Cold
Uh,
was doing it on a regular basis. Nobody talked about it.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It just for me, just the bookings.
And you know what it
Like
is about that too? Like that
mhm,
example too. It's not like
yeah.
one person is doing it. everybody does it.
Mhm.
So that it just takes away the aura of it. If one person does it and be's that badass, everyone's the same character in AEW. So how do you distinguish like what's going on? Like who am I want to go for this guy, but this guy's a better wrestler and he's better on the mic. So why am I going for this guy? But he's doing a middle finger. Well, hold on, he does it better, the middle finger. Everyone does it. Everyone does the same moves. It's like there's no one talks in the back and says, hey, all right, what are you doing in your match? That's how it should be. And I've been in that circle, people talking about it. Like I keep my mouth shut. It's none of my but I've been in those circles where people talk about matches and how you're gonna do stuff, and they always ask, hey, they go, when are you gonna be on? You're gonna be the third match. Let me go see who the second and first matches are and ask them what they're doing. And especially if there's like a legend or somebody significant in that match, I'm not gonna do a sharpshooter or go to sleep like CM Punk or Walls of Jericho. No, I'm not gonna take the limelight away from them. So I'm gonna do my own stuff. Yeah, so that's what it is in AEW. Everyone just does the same fucking things as everybody else. It takes away.
And you know what? And I want to add to what you're saying. You know, and for me, obviously, like now, like I'm seeing more as, like, you know, like even the lineups. You know, for remember what I said this on our Dynamite review. Remember we were saying, why is Mox? Well, I call him Bullet because in stand up, Bullet means going first. I'm like, why is Moxley going Bullet? Now it's, why is CM Punk going Bullet? But now you're right. You know, I'm like again, these bookings are all over the place. Like CM Punk and everyone else should be going towards the end. You know, like I bet you now the next match CM Punk is going to be there. We're going to be like, oh great, now CM Punk is going to be the first guy who's going to go Bullet, and then
CM Punk is going to win the AEW title soon, I'm sure. I don't
double or nothing. It has to be a double.
I don't agree with that, because they want to do him winning the title against Hangman Page, so that when he faces the guy from New Japan Pro Wrestling who's supposed to be the New Japan World Champion, so it could be like champion versus champion. CM Punk versus, I think his name is Tanahashi, I think his name is.
Something like that. Yeah, I heard the name.
So they want him. So it's like, oh, he's the champion, but CM Punk is the big wrestler in AEW. So, but he's not the champion. So we got to give him the title, kind of thing. So
I think, honestly, I know. Look, he could try going for it, and Adam Page definitely has to win. But I think they should continue with, because for me, like MJF storyline was and CM Punk was the shit for me. You know, now I think what Tony Khan should do is say, hey, you know what? Wardlow and CM Punk should team up together and have this double or nothing story with MJF.
Or have a match. Like, instead of Wardlow fighting the Butcher and this and that, have a tag match with them, so they're not fighting one-on-one, because you have to wait for that. You have to pay for that at the pay-per-view, right? But at least make them, you know, like, like, remember what they were doing with CM Punk and MJF? They were always having one guy a week coming out to face CM Punk until he fought MJF. Yeah. Don't you see what they're doing? The same thing again with Wardlow. They did the same thing when he fought MJF and Jericho. The same thing what he did when he fought Cody Rhodes, MJF. It's the same fucking thing every time. But if nobody's going to tell him, no, don't do that, because this is the thing. They're coming up with this themselves. There's no writers. There's no producers. The producer is they figure it out. They send it to Tony Khan. Tony Khan okays it, and that's it. So if there's no filter, there's no person in between telling them, you know what, Tony, I don't think you should do this. And besides that, you think someone's going to say, hey, Tony, I think that's a bad idea. The next week he's not on Dynamite. He doesn't even wrestle on AEW Dark, and he's fired. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
And plus, they know that it's easy money to work in fucking AEW, because it's leash. There's no boss.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no boss.
Exactly.
Everyone's their own boss.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you know what? And going back to what we were saying, I forgot to bring this point when we're talking about Wardlow versus the Butcher, which it was, in my opinion, it was the worst match I've ever seen. Make it a handicap match.
Or you know what? Give me Big Show in there.
You know what? Yes.
Big Show's a big guy against fucking another big guy. You know, like the Butcher. Why? What did he do? He fought AEW Dark for the last 2 months. He beat one guy on Dynamite the week before, just to make everyone think.
Two guys.
But they made him look like he was a big beast the week before, like Lance Archer, he's fighting Wardlow next week, right?
Yeah.
Who did Lance Archer fight? Who did Lance Archer fight on Friday?
He fought
this nobody, and he gave him a beating, right?
No, wasn't it Ray?
Whatever. Who cares who the
Anyways,
guy is?
him. Yeah,
he gave him a beating in 2 seconds, right?
Yeah, and I'm like,
just to show you that Lance Archer, he's a tough guy, and next week he's fighting Wardlow. Whoa, Wardlow's in for a fight, the fight of his life.
Yeah, you see, if they made Paul White,
so you think that? So then you're trying to tell me that Lance Archer has a chance against Wardlow next week?
Exactly.
There is no chance that Wardlow's losing that match.
No.
Why would he be in a match against MJF if he's going to lose to Lance Archer on Dynamite?
Exactly.
So if that's the case, put him in a match 2-on-1. Make him beat two guys, even though it's stupid. But at least it says, he beat two guys. Now he's gonna get the MJF 1-on-1. No one's gonna beat Wardlow 1-on-1. It's impossible. They built them up so strong that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. You see, this is for me, like that fight between Wardlow and the Butcher should have been the last match, should have been longer, and then the Blade could have come in, and at the end, have your match against the Butcher, but then at the end have your friend, because you're a tag team. What the fuck is that?
Make him do something during the match or something. I don't know. Exactly, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
You're gonna tell me that I'm supposed to believe that Wardlow is gonna beat the Butcher?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
exactly.
Lance Archer, maybe what could have beat Wardlow 2 years ago or 1 year ago, yes. But like the last 6 months, no. That's another thing too. If you build someone up so much that he can't lose to anybody, I don't know, man.
Well, yes, I agree.
Earl Cole. Get in line, man. Everyone disagrees with me lately, so
yeah. You know what, Earl? You know what?
How do you want me to believe that Lance Archer is the murder hawk monster? He's called.
Yeah.
Every match he has is a squash match, and then he loses to a significant guy like fucking Adam Page. When then Cody Rhodes, they should have gave fucking Meadowlands Monster. They should have gave Lance Archer the title. The first fucking match he had with Cody Rhodes when he had the TNT title shot when he lost. You know?
You know what?
He just ruined the guy.
But you know what? No, hold on.
Make me believe that Wardlow's going to be a world champion. That's a guarantee. He's going to beat MJF. And he's going to go on to the world title because it's the biggest baby face they have.
Yeah.
It worked out so beautifully for them. But now all the people he goes on, he fights now, wherever you put in front of him, you better make sure that it makes sense because now you're going to ruin these people along the way now.
Here's the thing. Since we're brought up Adam Page versus Lance Archer, I actually enjoyed that match. That match was cool. I'm like, all right, you know what? This is believable. But now I'm like, look, on Wednesday something better happened, and MJF, for the love of fucking God.
Like, you know what? Like that match, like there's matches, I'm gonna tell you, there's matches that AEW puts out and they're bangers. They're amazing to the point where you don't even know who's gonna win. And I like that because it makes me want to watch, because if I know who's gonna win, what the fuck's the point of watching?
Oh yeah,
regardless of who's in the match. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see The Rock versus fucking Spike Dudley. Who's gonna win? I wonder. Spike Dudley might have a chance. No, Rock's gonna win. But MJF versus CM Punk, I didn't know who was gonna win. I enjoyed it. That's what I like to see. Eddie Kingston versus Jericho, great match. I don't know who's gonna win. I'm gonna watch it. But you actually think I'm gonna get excited about fucking Wardlow versus Butcher and then Wardlow versus fucking Lance Archer? Give me a fucking break, man.
Because I do know actually, so because obviously these guys are buff. I think what's gonna happen is at one point Lance Archer is gonna give up. At one point, maybe
he's happy. Maybe he's happy with his position in the company. Maybe he doesn't want to be world champion. Maybe you know what? Hey, the check still clears every 2 weeks, Claudio.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. Because you mentioned.
Maybe I have no intentions to be world champion. Maybe I just want that check to clear every 2 weeks, regardless of if I wear a mask or not. But
yeah, no. But Earl Cole's like, there's a big picture with world. Yeah, there is. I just don't like Earl. And I've been saying this on AEW Dynamite. I just don't like the fact that MJF, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like MJF. He's a comedic relief. I just don't like the fact that he's now, to me, he's annoying. He's just being like.
But that means he's doing his job.
He
Claudio,
is.
in the
He
end,
is.
right?
But he is. But
MJF is gonna be the top wrestler in the world.
oh yeah,
soon, my friend.
absolutely.
The guy's 24 years old.
Yeah.
The guy is on
How
top
old-
of his game.
How old
On
was he
top
when,
of
when
his
he?
game.
How old was he when he was in NXT? He was like what, 20 something? You know, he was 20.
Fuck, it was probably 20 years old, 21 years old. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah,
Fuck,
yeah. I
but
remember.
it wasn't like it's not like it was like he was a security guard for Samoa Joe's entrance there. I don't know what he was doing.
You see, there's a story right there. MJF could face off Samoa Joe. No, actually, no. That sounds very stupid.
Nah, you never know. You never know. You
Yeah.
never know. That's the way AEW does things too. Like they'll bring back those. I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody to say something about Cody Rhodes, and I'm waiting for MJF to take that mic and say something about Cody Rhodes. I'm waiting for it, salivating.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think. You know,
I think they have enough respect for Cody Rhodes that they're not going to say anything about Cody Rhodes. Maybe they'll still make fun of WWE, but they won't involve Cody Rhodes though. But we'll see.
Yeah,
never know.
yeah. I know.
Maybe Cody Rhodes. Maybe Cody Rhodes will be the first one to shoot the first shot.
Who knows?
I know. Well, I mean, the Edge factor kind of like ripped off House of Black a little bit, but
yeah, but what? Then House of Black ripped off the Brood,
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
or the Wyatt family. Everyone rips everybody off. It's just the key is do it better and give homage to what you stole from somebody. Like not to steal, but if like put some recognition on it. And give it respect. Don't like, oh, I'm here because the Brood didn't do it good. I'm gonna do it better. No, he's not doing that. He's Malachi Black. He doesn't even have to do any of these vignettes and these promos and anything. The guy just put him in the fucking ring, make him wrestle.
Oh yeah,
the guy.
Exactly.
The guy's a fucking top-notch wrestler. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, in my opinion, I think Malachi Black should be world
that whole
champion.
group. That whole group. Buddy Matthews.
Group.
Fuck. Brody King. Okay, he's not. He's an okay wrestler. Don't get me wrong. But like Buddy Matthews and fucking Malachi Black, like the guys put on 10 5-star matches every time they're in the ring.
Yeah,
put them in the fucking ring.
Exactly. You see. Now, if you're telling me Wardlow is gonna face the House of Black,
there you
I'm
go.
all in.
Why? They're not going to do that though.
They're not going to do that.
You don't want to bury fucking Malachi Black or someone. You're going to throw in Fuego del Sol. You're going to throw in because you have to have the guys that are there, knowing that if you put them in a match like that, it's okay. It doesn't matter because they're not going to be world champions. Lance Archer's not going to go for the fucking world championship anytime soon and make it believable to me enough to say, hey, he's going to win it. No, but he's in that position where you could put him in a match with Wardlow and you know that Wardlow is going to beat him. And it doesn't matter for Lance Archer. Lance Archer's okay. I got the TV time. I'm happy. Ciao.
Exactly.
But Wardlow's not going to fucking face, he's not going to face CM Punk to in the ring.
He has.
You know what I mean? Now, imagine if he fought CM Punk next week, and then what? You're gonna make CM Punk beat Wardlow? What happens to Wardlow after? All this is all for nothing.
Well. Here's the thing. If and I'm saying hypothetically speaking, I know, Earl. We're just this is why I like wrestling debates is because you can have your different opinions, but you see, if Wardlow loses to CM Punk, it'll gain. Wardlow's gonna have more.
That can't
star
happen.
power.
That can't happen.
Yeah?
Can't happen. You can't make Wardlow lose now. Can't. That's why he's facing fucking Butcher and the fucking Blade and fucking Lance Archer and these guys all the way up to MJF. Because then if you lose, it takes away your fucking momentum going into the match that he's supposed to win.
Do you think Wardlow's gonna face off Paul Wright?
No, Wardlow's going to be he's going to be a world champion by the end of this year. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you. 100%. 100%. They've been waiting to fucking get a guy like that. Big guy, looks the part. Maybe he's not the best on the mic, fine, but he's got fucking good in the ring. He does fucking 6 power bombs and this and that. That's what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? He's over with the crowd. Yeah, everybody loves him. So keep the momentum going.
Yeah, but his opponents that are getting that he's going for MGF I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah, but all the guys that are facing Wardlow, they're not going to be world champions in the next 10 years. Probably never be a world champion ever.
No. Oh, for sure.
That's the point. That's the point. You put in. You're going to put in a guy like Brooklyn Brawler versus Wardlow because you know who Brooklyn Brawler is going to take the loss, right? You're not going to put Hulk Hogan versus fucking Wardlow because Hulk Hogan's going to want to win.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
got to put guys that
Mhm.
they're going to lose, right? But don't
Yeah.
make like don't take me for an idiot now. Like, you
No,
know what I
no,
mean?
but
Like,
no, you're right. No, you're right. No,
I'm not
because
saying,
I'm thinking.
not saying you. I'm saying it in
Oh
general.
yeah,
you know,
no,
like-
for sure. No, I know. No, but what I'm also thinking about it is that let's say you fight Wardlow, right? Wouldn't
Yeah.
it give you a chance? Wouldn't people remember you from losing against Wardlow, and now it's your turn to rise?
You know what? Sometimes having a loss is good if
There
it
we go.
makes sense.
Yeah,
But that all depends on the guy you're fighting, right? Because I could lose a match, but I could still come out. I could still come out as good as I was coming into the match. So if I lose
Ooh.
and I had a good match, I did some great moves and I had some fucking back and forth and that, people might see that and say, hey, maybe we should give Frank a chance one day, But I'm fucking resting on AEW Dark. I'm fucking beating these nobodies, and then I come and face Wardlow. What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah, no, it's
Come on.
yeah. I no, exactly. I mean, to that
They're
there's good and bad.
telling us Wardlow is gonna win up until fucking MJF. That's all they're saying.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just
You know-
I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, going back to Jade Cargill, it kind of reminds you of that, right? Like I was happy Marina Shafir was gonna fight. I'm like, oh, finally. And then at one point, and then when Jade wins, I'm like, okay, so what's gonna happen with Jade? I even posted it on Twitter. What's gonna happen then with Jade Cargill? If Jade Cargill lost the title, like now, honestly, if you tell me that Jade Cargill is gonna fight, I'm gonna watch it, but I have no expectations for her because now
because why?
her
Because she's
story,
gonna win
I
up
think her
until
story-
what? Every person she's gonna fight up until what? Up until she fights what? Who? Britt Baker, Serena Deeb.
Can she fight Serena Deebs? Okay, no,
No,
but she
but that's
fights
what I'm
Serena
saying.
Deeb.
If she comes out and the next match she fights is Serena Deeb, I'll get excited for it because maybe there's a chance that Serena Deeb could fucking beat her. And you know what?
No.
On paper, she should beat her.
Exactly.
Serena Deeb is the best wrestler in that fucking locker room for the women right now.
Yeah.
There's no question. There's
But
no question. Argue whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
But Jade Cargill is not even in the top 5 best wrestlers in women's in AEW right now. Not even top 5. But she's the champion. So they see something with her. Maybe they could do something with her. But
Exactly.
every time she's in the ring, it doesn't look like she's a champion to me.
No. That's why no. That's why for me, my top 5 women's wrestling AEW is I like Hiroko Shida. To me, she's something. Hiroko, Britt Baker. You know what? A lot. You're gonna give me a lot of flack. Yeah,
Hikaru.
Hikaru Shida. No, but a lot of people give me flack for when I say Layla Hirsch. I actually like Layla Hirsch. She's good.
She's a little bulldog. Fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like Britt Baker. She's hold on. Let me rephrase. Britt Baker, I like it when she talks.
Oh, but you know what? You know what it is? Watch you could. And I tell people, have you watched from the beginning? Like I've watched these people from the beginning. I saw these people on the independents. I've seen how the development has come from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even sometimes 4. I remember watching matches of Cody Rhodes and MJF as a tag team in independent federations. You know what I mean? So just to say where they came from to where they are now, there's a lot of them changed. Britt Baker is a champion. She will be a champion once again. She deserves to be a champion. She deserves to have the time in the ring because she developed into the wrestler that everybody wants her to be. But Jade Cargill, I'm sorry, she's not there yet. Maybe she will in the future. Good for her. But right now, she shouldn't be in that position right now. They forced it because there is nobody else to give these titles to. Even Ty Conti, everyone thought, hey, what is she? Now she's the sidekick that's Sammy Guevara now.
Oh,
come on.
Her, yeah, okay, yeah, her, yeah. I remember there was hype about her, and now she's just now they're like, oh, look, she looks like she's sleeping with Guevara. I'm like, yeah, her.
Come on, fuck.
Yeah. I was a bit pissed about her, because I was rooting for her. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe, and then now I see this. I'm like, that's where you're going with this? What? Her? No, but no, it has to come down. Like for the women's division, it has to come down to Jade Cargill has to lose a title belt. I hope it happens at Double or Nothing. I really don't.
I
I really
think
do hope.
Hikaru's facing
Serena
Serena Deeb. I
Deeb.
think
Yeah,
next week.
this Wednesday. I'm not.
Whoever wins that match is going for a title shot. I'll tell you that right now. And you know what? That's what's good. You know what? To tell you the truth, as much as I like Serena Deeb against Shida, I don't know who's going to win that match. That's what I want. That's what I like. Exactly. I like to watch matches like that because as much as I want Serena Deeb to win, even if Shida wins, I'll be happy for Shida. But to the point where if it's like Serena Deeb versus the no-name wrestler from fucking Boston, Massachusetts, who do you think is going to win that match? Obviously, Serena Deeb, right?
I think, honestly, I think Serena Deeb is going to win, but Hikaru is going to put on one hell of a match. Because
why did they should have gave that title to fucking Serena Deeb if they wanted a heel champion. Why didn't they give it to Serena Deeb? Serena Deeb would have been perfect. You don't even have to tell her what to do. You know, she knows what's going on. She understands the business. She's been in this business for 20 fucking years. She was an NXT trainer.
Okay, yes, I remember.
She was an NXT trainer. But then I think she wanted to wrestle. But then NXT or WWE didn't want her to wrestle anymore. So they said, okay, I want to wrestle. It's like Daniel Bryan, the same thing. He wanted to wrestle. He wanted to bleed. WWE said, no, okay, let me go to AEW.
Yeah. No, but no, yeah, no, I do, but I do hope at one point that Serena Deeb and Jade Cargill, they're gonna at least face each other. I hope.
I understand. You have to build wrestlers. You have to build characters, and this is the only way to do it. I understand, but that's why you have AEW Dark. God damn it, build them on AEW Dark. Make it fucking relevant and say something about AEW Dark. Yeah. Hey, this happened on AEW Dark last week on AEW Dynamite to solidify their characters. No, I'm sure the fucking commentators don't even watch AEW Dark. They don't even know what the fuck's going on over there.
Nah, I'm sure they're not. Which because I watched
throw her on TV. Throw her on TV and embarrass her. The fuck?
Yeah.
I'd be pissed off, man.
Yeah,
like saying, okay, Frank, you're going to be in the main event of AEW Dark tonight. Okay, I'm happy, but realistically, am I ready for that? No. But other people are going to say, okay, put me in. But then I look like an idiot, and then I'm never on TV again because people don't want to see me because I made a fool out of myself, which is what half of the fucking roster does every fucking week.
Yeah, no, you're right. Earl, yeah, you're right. Everything will happen in time. No, you're right. I just, for me, I just want to see certain things happen because I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my God, really? Like this past week, I haven't said, oh my God, did that just happen out loud? I never say that. Oh no, I saw a movie. I said that out loud. But for wrestling,
things are gonna start picking up for AEW too. Now they're on the road to the next pay-per-view plus the fucking big one they have with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So maybe storylines are gonna start culminating now. Good. I'm happy. That's what I want. But I'm the type of fucking wrestling fan that wants to. I don't want to just sit here and just watch. I can watch it. If I want to watch a fucking great wrestling match, I'll go on YouTube or I'll go on the WWE Network and I'll rewatch a fucking great match.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's me. That makes sense. You know what I mean? Not because fucking Tony Khan or CM Punk asked, oh, I want to fight somebody, and then somebody fucking tweets him and then he fights him after. That's the fucking that's your fucking build up to a fucking match.
Exactly. You know what? Watching watching Jade Cargill's match, I'm like, what I did, when it was picture in picture, I watched the fight between the promo of Batista and Triple H. That was great. That was the highlight of WWE. If you ask me, what was the highlight? When Batista said, "Give me what I want," and he uses
what I want.
And he uses that in his movies today. Like in Dune, he would in the new Dune, he actually said, "Give me what I want." And I'm like, this reminds me of Batista, and that was great. And then today, as much as I love Adam Cole, he lost twice to Adam Page. Yeah, twice. And I'm like, okay. And now, I hope. I don't know.
There's always going to be people like me and you, always. That's how the wrestling business is. Everyone fucking complains. Everybody criticizes. Everybody analyzes stuff. And in the end, what it comes down to, just my fucking opinion. That's what it is. So if you say something that, hey, I don't agree with you, well, tough luck. What do you want to fucking tell you? That's it. If you don't like what I fucking say, go watch fucking something else. What do you want to fucking tell you?
Exactly. Go watch.
This is my fucking opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? And in my opinion, it might not mean anything, but I've been watching fucking wrestling for 30 years.
Exactly.
I was in a wrestling ring. I fucking had fucking wrestling matches.
And Frank's gonna be back in a wrestling ring.
I did 3 fucking events. I rubbed shoulders with fucking guys like that. I understand it more than fucking someone else. So maybe someone else's opinion, if I hear it, I'm gonna take it with a salted, I'm gonna relax and say, hey, maybe you're right, but I'm gonna compromise. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's not because I'm right. It's just my fucking opinion. You know what
exactly.
I mean? So, and if I don't know anything about wrestling, and someone comes up to me and says, "Oh yeah, you know what, Frank? I'm gonna listen to this guy. How many years have you been watching wrestling? Oh, I started watching last year, and you're gonna tell me that you're gonna tell me your opinion on this? I get the fuck out of here. Take a walk.
Exactly. No, I know. Well, no, you're right. No, but that's why
it's the same. It's the same thing with me. If I say, hey, Claudio, you should do this. Your comedy, you should do this or that. You're gonna say, but Frank, you're not a comedian. What are you telling me? Like, okay, you're gonna take my advice because we're friends, but you're not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna change my whole routine because Frank told me to. The guy's not a comedian, but I'm not gonna say that because I'm not a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? But there is idiots like that out there, I'm sure.
Oh, there is. Like,
right.
Even like, even the film industry, of
course, the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you've done movies. You fucking are there. You've been on movie sets. I'm not gonna say, hey, Claudio, you know what I mean? I'm a better actor than you. How many movies you been in, Frank? 0. How many movies you been in, Claudio? 15.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
actually, want to know something? You want to know something? I'm gonna say this live. Having a podcast counts as extra.
I know. I saw your IMDb there.
Yeah,
4 is in there. Right?
Yeah, no, it's a short movie because at that time I didn't like we didn't have a title, so I'm like, oh shit, oh, what are we gonna call this? I'm like, Dirty 4, and then we had the meeting. I'm like, well, what call a podcast? And I'm like, all right, Dirty 4. But then I didn't, and then when I saw the short film again, I'm like, oh shit, okay, all right, there we go. But yeah, all this say, like going back there, it's good to have debates. It's good to have these kind of like I agree, you disagree, vice versa. Because if everyone has the same fucking opinion, then it's definitely like what's gonna be the whole point? Like Earl Cole. Earl Cole doesn't agree with what you're saying, Frank. And you know what? All right, good.
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 I'm not gonna lose sleep tonight because of what Earl Cole thinks of me.
Absolutely. And you guys are not gonna hate each other.
No, of course not. I love Earl. But the thing is, there's 20 Earl Coles out there that tell me the same thing. So what am I going to do? I'm going to stop podcasting because these people hate me? No,
exactly.
You don't like my opinion. There's another fucking 80 podcasts you can go watch. Enjoy.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I'm
not going to lose sleep.
No, for sure. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah,
what it is.
But yeah, but just again, because what you're saying reminds me of like a lot of debates like Peter and I had with other people that are not comedians. Like, well, you should put this, and Peter's like, yeah, but bro, I respect what you're saying, I really do, but you're not a comedian. If you're a comedian,
you've been on stage, you know how it feels to be up there, and I'm sure sometimes jokes don't go a certain way, people don't laugh or something. You know what I mean? I've never experienced that. You know what I mean? But I've experienced fucking standing in front of 350 people and fucking wrestling in front of them when I was 16 years old in a fucking high school gym. You know what I mean? So don't fucking tell me that I don't know anything about fucking wrestling. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Frank, what do you know? You don't know. You're just a guy who watches. You don't engage. What do you know about wrestling? Same thing about that. It's like, you never been in front of 300 people. Well, you're not a stand-up comedian. I'm like, come on. I just hate them, but I not hate them. Hate's a powerful word, but that's it. But there you go. But another thing I wanted to actually talk about now is your favorite boys, the Hardy Boys. Where do you think they're going to be going in the AEW? Because I think I know where they're going right now.
Man, I don't know, man. But that's another thing too, man. The guy, if the guy, like Michael Cole said, he goes, my boss is telling me to do this and that.
Mm-hmm.
If my boss is telling me to do something, I'm going to do it. If I want to continue getting paid, I'm going to do what he says. If I don't like what he's telling me to do, take my fucking bags and go somewhere else. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's what it is. So if they're not, if you don't hear Jeff Hardy complaining about being on AEW Dark, then why are people complaining on his behalf that don't even fucking know him at all?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I understand they're passionate. They're big Jeff Hardy fans or Matt Hardy fans. Oh, they're on AEW Dark. You think they give a fuck if they're on TV or not? They're getting paid the same amount of fucking money every fucking 2 weeks. They don't give a shit.
Exactly.
And everybody's giving more of a shit than they are. If they come out on Twitter and complain, then I understand where these people are coming from.
Yeah,
but don't fucking complain on behalf of someone else and say, hey, wow, fucking Jeff Hardy's getting the fucking the ring around here. Do you think he gives a fuck? Do you think he gives a shit?
Exactly.
Like, these guys, even if they lose their job, they're more well off than we will be in a lifetime. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. No,
I'm gonna feel bad for a fucking millionaire.
No,
I'm gonna feel bad for a millionaire because he lost his job. I'll get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Is he gonna pay my fucking hydro bill or my fucking you know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. He's gonna pay my taxes.
No.
It's fucking people, man. Grow the fuck up.
I know. I brought this up because I like seeing your reaction sometimes.
It's fucking crazy, man.
I know. It's like, oh yeah, I know. No, there's one on Twitter I found like, oh, Jeff Hardy's complaining. I'm like, what do you guys that complain? Jeff Hardy's gonna go wherever he needs to. He just wants to be.
You know what's fucked up about that is that someone like you will read that and be like, oh wow, this guy's right. Oh, Jeff Hardy, it's Tony Khan's a piece of shit. He's burying Jeff Hardy. Oh yeah, really? Imagine Jeff Hardy there. He's there and he sees this on Twitter. He's like, he's laughing. He loves it. He loves it because everyone's speculating on what they're thinking of, but they never come out and actually say it. That's the best fucking part.
Yeah. No, it was. I don't know. And I actually, I did.
Man, the world we live in.
Actually, no. I trolled someone once because on Facebook, right? They're like, that was a fake article. I trolled someone. I trolled like, like now Jeff Hardy's, he's being demoted to dark. And then I wish I saved this. I responded going, yeah, how dare Jeff Hardy came here? He was with his brother, and now he's battling with his brother. How dare that? Now they're both demoted to dark. This is a shame. Hardy wanted to wrestle with his brother, and he's finally within the vicinity of his brother in the same company. How dare he doesn't appear on Dynamite and Rampage? And someone's like, "You're not a wrestling fan," and I'm like, well, you're not Will.
Why this is this now? Why is everyone think it's so like? And I'm a big fucking FTR fan. I loved them when they were in NXT. They're fighting this week 1-on-1 this weekend, right? Why is anybody complaining that they're fighting 1-on-1 when everybody was saying, "Oh, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy better not fight"? That's a stupid move, but it's a good move for them to do it.
Because here's the thing, and I've been looking into this, and I've been talking with some people. Here's the thing, because people grew up with the Hardy Boys, right? They apparently at one point, well, I think at one point they fought each other at WWE for a bit, but they're the Hardy Boys, they're the icons, And then if FTR, fight each other, they're gonna be like, everyone's like, all right, well, because they're not really known, I don't know if I'm making much sense.
Yeah, I know you're making sense, but that's a shame because FTR is the greatest tag team in the world today. Not all time. Today, there is no one that touches FTR. And now they're fighting against each other and nobody's saying anything. It's okay. It's fine. But if that was like what I'm trying to say is that if that was Matt and Jeff Hardy fighting against each other, all hell would have broke loose. Oh, they're breaking up, this and that. They're not, they kind of like, calm the fuck down. It's wrestling. God damn it. Enjoy it. Fuck.
But yeah, but it's also, yeah. But it's also the fact that they're also it's also for the Owen Hart Foundation, so they're understanding that there's no tag team and they're gonna go in there, right? So I'm sure if the Hardy Boys, with the Hardys, went into the Owen Hart, they will understand. All right, so one of them could only make it out alive, So I'm pretty sure. And then you have the and the blade. That would have been the same thing.
The less matches Matt Hardy does, the better it is for everybody. That's all I have to say.
I'm agreeing with you on this. I'm agreeing with you, but before Matt Hardy leaves, he has to come back as Broken Matt. It has to happen.
Yeah. He could do that in his garage, and he could do videos on YouTube and show you on YouTube if you want to do that.
Yeah, but it'll be better if there's an audience because then you could do the delete site. Because I don't know if you do that in your garage, doing delete. Your wife
you could do it live, and there could be 100 people watching and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, but yeah. But he has to come back as Broken, and Jeff has to come back as Willow. There has to be a breaking point for Jeff. And
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. It's
It
gonna happen
has to
probably.
because Willow is by far because number one he doesn't talk, which is great.
Right.
And number two, he's just psychotic. So
But Jeff Hardy was never good on the mic.
he was okay in
Never.
TNA. He was okay in TNA.
Nah.
Oh, what I meant
Because
okay
he
is
was-
when he introduced Matt Hardy. That was the best time. But apart from that, everything else, and then when he sang "Obsolete," that was great. But apart from and then you have Broken Matt in the background cheering, making the fans forcefully cheering them. But that's okay. But then after now in AEW, it's good when Matt Hardy talks.
Yes.
Yeah, I want him to say. He has to say that. I have the figurine of Broken Matt. I hope that comes back, or hopefully, Jofo, you get Matt Hardy. Jofo in the Ring. You guys get Matt Hardy on your podcast. That'll be fucking amazing. Because
Maybe we could get him at Jofo jam. You never know.
you know what
never
what that happens. I have to do. We have to do the lead.
You never know.
thing with him. You never know what's gonna happen.
Sometimes I have to prove people wrong when people say, "Oh, you don't know anybody in the wrestling world." Okay, no problem. Wait till I do my Jofo jam, and I'll prove to everybody, and without saying anything, just by proving to these people that are there. That's it.
Yeah, you know what?
Prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, you know what? I hear when that happens too. It's like, "Oh, Claude, you don't know anything." I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And then
I'm not gonna lose sleep over these people. You know what? Bring them on.
Sure.
The more the merrier.
Oh, for sure. Because I think people forget that you're an entertainer. You're just there giving your own opinions, giving what you think is right and wrong, and your own point of view. But people are like, no, that's all right.
On TV, there's more than one channel. So if you don't like what you see on TV, change the channel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, like it pisses me off when that happens. Like a friend of mine got accused of, "Oh, well, you're wrong." I'm like, my friend's like, "Yeah, but bro, I didn't say I'm wrong. I'm just telling you what I think about it from my own point of view. I'm telling you my facts, what I think about it. And then if I wanted to be right, I would just be a documentary in front of you and tell you everything that's wrong or right about it.
Of course.
Because people can't have debates.
Exactly, because you think half these people that are in those debates would come and say that to your face. I welcome it.
Exactly.
I'll put my address on the screen after. People could come to my house and tell me what they think of me. No problem.
There we go.
It's the way it is in life, my friend.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm gonna hide behind a Twitter handle that the profile picture's not even my face. It's a cat or a fucking dog or a star, and bully people and think that I'm cool and everything. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. By the way, this is Frank's address, 66666 St. Balls Avenue in LaSalle. So folks, if you want to show up to Frank's place, this is the address. So people listening.
The address, yeah, come.
Exactly, St. Balls in Montreal, Quebec. And then come there, and then you tell Frank.
Send your hate mail to 666 St. Balls Street on LaSalle Boulevard, Montreal, Quebec.
Oh man, but so Frank, are you looking forward to I know we spoke about this, are you looking forward to any matches on this week Dynamite and Rampage? There's only
I want to see MJF get involved this week. I want to see him like not be in the stands or like
throwing popcorn.
I want to see him come in the ring and like smash him with a chair or something. I want to see him get it. Like I think this week he's going to get someone involved. I think.
I hope so.
I just hope that I hope it's because we all know Wardlow's going to be Lance Archer. So I hope next week it's not another. Oh, he's got the same envelope with the same Monopoly money in there, and give it to somebody else to wrestle Wardlow. I don't know. What's next? It's going to be a lumberjack match. That's what I think it's going to be. All the wrestlers around the ring, and I don't know.
You know what that would actually be. You know what at that point, I know you've been talking about how like Dark or a bunch of nobodies. Actually, that would actually be interesting.
Yeah,
bunch of nobody from Dark doing that lumberjack match against Wardlow.
Like I said, they gotta try something. They gotta do things differently. Sometimes you can't always go with the same fucking program and just change the wrestler that's in that program. Like I said, MJF did it with Cody Rhodes. He did it with fucking Chris Jericho. He did it with fucking CM Punk. Now he's doing it with Wardlow. After that, who's next? He's gonna do the same thing again, like run the gauntlet on that same wrestler with different guys every time up until he gets to wrestle him. I don't know, man.
Yeah, you know what? But before we go, I just want to say, Wardlow should fight, and now we're on to our main event. He has to fight Mark Henry. Yes,
You know what? They asked Mark Henry if he was going to wrestle. He goes, "Oh, don't hold your breath," because I don't know, but he's doing a great job on commentary. He's not the best, but he's learning. And you know what? The more he does it, the better he's going to get at it. And he has, imagine, after all that, he has that little thing that he does, the main event on Rampage. Now it's time for the main event. That's cool, man. Like people recognized it, they liked it. So any fucking smart guy is gonna say, "Okay, Mark, keep doing that." Great, good. Yeah. Even though, imagine, that's the only thing people know about him in AEW. They don't remember him wrestling or anything. And WWE, that's the only thing. That's great, man. It's great, man. So and it only goes up from there.
Yeah, the same thing. That's what Big Show said, but Big Show fought 2-3 weeks ago in Dark.
Yeah,
it was a good match.
But that's to the point where, like, hey, Show, you want to wrestle tonight? It's not like he's waiting in front of Tony Khan's door and saying, "Hey, Tony, when am I going to wrestle?" That's the perception people have. They think that he doesn't want to, like. No, it's up to him in the end. It's like Big Show's done it all. The guy's been a world champion. Yeah. He's done it all. He's done it all. Like there's nothing to prove anymore. So if it comes down to him wrestling a match on AEW Dark, that means nothing. But in retrospect, means a lot to the guy he's wrestling, and makes him better in a sense. That's what guys should be doing. Helping the younger talent, not just coming in there and beating everybody just because they have to beat everybody, right?
Yeah, exactly. Frank, you couldn't have said it better, man. I could have said it better myself. But this week's AEW, hopefully it's gonna be a better week.
We'll see.
I'm not gonna watch because I'm gonna be at Melrose, but you could catch Frank, you could catch Kyle Moore, and you could catch Alessandro DeLuca doing the AEW Dynamite review at 10 p.m. and you get to see more of Frank being pissed about Hook and Danhausen and Spermhausen, and who knows? Maybe is Hook fighting this week? I think Hook is fighting this week. Yeah, he is.
I hope not, but. We'll see. But this Tuesday, I'm gonna tell you guys over here, just everyone. Our interview this week is a man they call Patrick Brazeau. He was a senator for the Canadian government on the conservative side, and he fought in a boxing match versus Justin Trudeau, our prime minister. And he tells us all about that this Tuesday with Jeremy Prophet, one-on-one, Jofo In The Ring podcast, YouTube page, 7 p.m. Be there. Come check us out.
Yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Frank just put in his plugs, and if you will follow Jofo In The Ring, and especially Wednesday nights, because we get to say our opinions, and I'm emphasizing the word opinion about
that's what it's all about, right?
Exactly. You know what? Friendship is stronger when you guys, when you have different opinions. Because if you have the same opinions, it could get redundant and boring. But that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's been our episode. I'm Claudio Capri. Frank Jofo, he's gonna come back. The Jofo In The Rings and Jofo, they're always welcome here. And if you want to talk to Frank, Frank's address 66666 St. Balls Avenue in Montreal. There we go. Come tell Frank he's what you think of him. And I'm going to be a Peter Bowen this Wednesday at Melrose. If you have me on Facebook, I post it often. There are links here at the bottom if you're watching this audio visual. Follow us on all audio platforms. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back next Sunday. Have yourselves a good night. And stay safe and follow Frank Jofo. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.